Radio host sounding off with a conspiracy theory isn't something we would normally cover, but Alex Jones of InfoWars is taking part in some pretty vile, disgusting talk, and we frankly can't ignore it. Now, keep in mind, this is a guy who has a big audience. Infowars.com has nearly 3 million unique visitors in the last month, according to Quantcast, a company that tracks web traffic. It's clearly a lot of people who are listening to Alex Jones's vulgar message that takes aim at grieving families. These moms and dads have been through what no parent should ever face. They lost their babies, their young children, first graders who were shot and killed in their classroom at Sandyhook Elementary. Now, 3 parents have filed defamation suits. They want Alex Jones to stop spreading lies about them and their murdered children. More now from 360's Randy Kay.
The whole thing is a giant hoax. It took me about a year with Sandyhook to come to grips with the fact that the whole thing was fake.
For years now, right-wing conspiracy theorist Alex Jones has been selling the outlandish falsehood that the 2012 shooting at Sandyhook Elementary, which tragically did leave 20 children and 6 adults dead, never actually happened.
Sandyhook is a synthetic, completely fake, with actors, in my view, manufactured.
Completely fake and a giant hoax? Jones says yes. All carried out by opponents of the Second Amendment.
I don't know if the moon landings were faked, but I don't put anything past these anti-gunners.
Well, now 2 families whose children died in the shooting say they've had enough. They are suing Jones for $1 million for defamation, alleging his conspiracy peddling has caused emotional anguish and despair. Jones didn't respond to a request for comment.
What do you want people to know about Noah?
He was a 6-year-old little boy.
One incident highlighted in the lawsuit is an interview Anderson Cooper did after the shooting with Veronique Posner, now Veronique De La Rosa. Her son Noah was killed, and now she and the boy's father are suing Jones.
Guns 5 times.
This clip from the Alex Jones show was the first time Jones floats a conspiracy theory about the interview, suggesting Cooper wasn't even there talking to grieving parents.
Folks, we've got video of Anderson Cooper with clear blue screen out there. He's not there in the town square.
Later in April 2017, Jones hosted a radio show he called The Sandyhook Vampires Exposed, highlighting that same Anderson Cooper interview, only this time going even further.
And then we've got Anderson Cooper, famously, not just with the flowers blowing in a fake, but when he turns, his nose disappears repeatedly because the green screen isn't set right.
Jones' claim is ridiculous, and the lawsuit makes that clear, saying the video glitch resulted from motion compensation video compression, a distortion effect that is common when converting video to a digital format. The other lawsuit is being brought against Jones by Neil Heslin, who lost his son Jesse at Sandyhook. He talked with NBC last year.
I lost my son. I buried my son. I held my son with a bullet hole through his head.
What a good Christ.
In the weeks following, Jones and another InfoWars personality cast doubt on whether Neil Heslin really did hold his son, saying the coroner identified children through family photos.
That is his claim. Now, according to a timeline of events and a coroner's testimony, that is not possible.
The stuff I found was they never let them see their bodies.
Grieving parents made out to be actors, all part of an alleged sinister manipulation plan concocted by Alex Jones to fool the public. Randy Kay, CNN, New York.
There's another sick layer to all this in the lawsuits. The families say that Alex Jones's vulgar lies have even led some listeners to make death threats against them. They detailed the case against a Florida woman who believes the Sandy Hook shooting was a hoax. She was sentenced to 5 months in prison for making death threats against Noah Posner's family online and in voicemail messages. She was also ordered to not access a list of conspiracy-based websites, including InfoWars. Earlier, I spoke about all this with Noah's mom, Veronique De La Rosa, who you just saw in Randy's report. Veronique, I want to get to the lawsuit in a minute, but I just want to start by talking about your son, Noah. This is really about his legacy more than anything. What do you want people to know about him?
That he was full of life. He was just a typical little boy, inquisitive, full of wonder, a very connected, loving little soul. He loved people. He loved animals. He was inquisitive. He wanted to know how everything worked and how he fit into the scheme of things. he was just a wonderful, budding little individual.
He's got an incredible smile, too.
He did, and it just radiated this love of the world and this desire to tap into everything, into the entire inner workings of things. He was just always on the path to discovery. That's how I remember him the best.
This lawsuit that you just filed with your former husband, Noah's dad, what do you hope comes out of this?
Accountability, no more, no less. You know, I think there comes a time when if there's a choice that's made over a relentless period of years to peddle falsehoods and to profit from them, then there has to be a day of reckoning and accountability. And they say that sunlight is a great disinfectant. Well, I say let it shine.
But part of this lawsuit, I understand, includes an interview that we did together, which Alex Jones has been distorting. I just find it inexcusable that this person is out there peddling these lies about one of the most heartbreaking of all tragedies.
That's right. He no longer gets to desecrate my son's memory. He no longer gets to negate my pain and profit from it. That is correct. You and I both know where we were on that night and the pain that came with that event.
So many people, you know, talk about, they use that word closure, and I've always thought there really is no such thing as closure. It seems to me kind of a made-up TV word. I'm just wondering how you move forward through grief.
You know, at first it starts out being this total devastation, and then it morphs into this deep, abiding sadness. And you survive on the memories, and you survive on letting your imagination guide you on what might have been. On his life remains unlived. So I'm his voice. His father is his voice.
Well, Veronique, thank you for your strength, and thank you for talking to us tonight.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be right back.